Mike, yeah, lovely to be out here in the sunshine, a bit rare for July this year.
It certainly is.
But you completed the Alchemy course 2 months ago, and we're here looking at the coaching in the office, so it's a great opportunity to just talk to you. So tell me, how have the first 2 months been? You know, I'm looking for all the challenges as well as any successes, and really this is to help new consultants that are either thinking of joining us or have joined us. You know, what's your story?
Well, the story, Dave, is that I started, as you said, 2 months ago. At that point, starting with a clean piece of paper and no sort of prior consulting business or experience, having come out from being involved in running businesses and doing all those sorts of things for a long time. So I came off the course, not really sure how it would go, but I've been incredibly encouraged by the response I've had. The first month was really spent, I would say, getting my own company set up, getting all the infrastructure in place, doing the things that you need to do just to operate, but also going out and seeing people, as many people as I could. So I just really utilised my network, and that was going to see banks and accountants and IFAs and various other people that I knew from my previous business connections. And all that was really helpful because people were very helpful, wanted me to point me in the right direction and basically give me ideas. So that was all good stuff. But the one thing that I remembered coming from the course was really to practice what you preach. In other words, the principles that you learn on the course, to apply those in my own business. And I found that incredibly powerful, an incredibly powerful lesson to sort of pick up on. And so what I did, I really set up a marketing campaign using the various techniques that were taught in the client generation, client acquisition sort of part of the training course, and I put into practice a number of those things just to see which ones would actually come up with you know, leads and inquiries. And I was very pleased with the results. So what I did specifically, I got my own website going very quickly, and I decided to use pay-per-click. So I got a Google ad campaign running, and that generated inquiries almost immediately. I had 2 inquiries within literally a day of getting that set up, so that was good. I utilised the local press, so I ran a little ad in the paper, in the business press, had some articles covered, actually got a radio interview, which was great, so that got me sort of got my name out there. I also set up well, I'm just trying to think of the name of the technique. The idea of using a fax blast, a CV fax blast. Now I found that incredibly effective. That went out to approximately 10,000 businesses by postcode. So we did it in stages and just got the response, you know, from each one of those. And I was amazed at the response from that particular activity. That really did generate a lot of inquiries very quickly. It also generated a lot of other things as well, including
job offers,
and also thank you for applying, but we don't have any vacancies at the moment, so all sorts of spurious responses. But it did its job, and it gave me an instant sort of influx of good inquiries to work on. I also, from the referrals that I've been making in the first month of activity, started getting actual client referrals from 1 or 2 people. So again, people were saying, I think you should talk to so-and-so. So word of mouth was very powerful. So getting out and about, going to networking meetings, seeing people, extremely powerful way of getting the practice off the ground, because undoubtedly that's what gives you the sort of profile in the marketplace. People become aware of what you're doing, they know a little bit about it, and there's no doubt the Alchemy name is a powerful one. It really does open doors, and I found that people frequently say, oh, I've heard of Alchemy, and there's a kind of warmth towards it which gets you beyond the gatekeeper and into the office. So that's been good.
Well done. So it sounds like you've had an awful lot of activity, got a lot of leads. What's the next stage? Are you closing them yet?
Yes. I've so far now got 4 clients from that initial activity, which is great. 2 on what I would call the full Alchemy process. 2 of those clients are probably more suitable for the coaching course, which of course we've just done today. So they're on board on the basis of 3 months of working with them, and then a review to see where we go from that point. So that's where we're up to at this moment. So for 4 weeks in, I'm really pleased with those results. So we've actually got some real business coming in, and a number of inquiries that are kind of just beyond that I'm working on, and I'm sure, you know, a proportion of those will convert as well.
And so how do you see the future panning out then? What's your model for moving forward?
Well, I think continuing what I'm doing, basically building up the practice. I can see that it could become very busy very quickly, which will lead me into all sorts of questions about what level of support I'm going to need behind me. Fortunately, my son has just finished university, so he's joined me, and he's my kind of market researcher and general helper behind the scenes. So, you know, he's doing some of the sort of the base work that I need doing and manning the fort while I'm out and about. So it's clear to me that as this builds up, there's going to be more help and more resource needed. And I can easily see I'm in an area where there isn't at the moment any other alchemy consultant, but there's no doubt that the practice would benefit from having other people also operating in the same way in the area.
Oh, that's interesting. That's good. And for the platinum clients, as you call them,
Yep.
did you follow the process of the orientation, or did you just hold meetings and present your own proposals? How did you manage to close them?
No, I tried to follow the sort of the techniques that were taught, so telephone fact find, and then from the telephone fact find, arranging an appointment and sending in the appropriate letters with the agenda and so forth. But what I did find in practice was that very often the flow would be changed by the client saying, that's fine, let's just move forward, and they wanted to talk specifically about their issues, their business. In other words, they were already in a way pre-sold to the idea, so we were just building on something. So I don't think I actually got through completely one orientation.
Right, yeah. But that was your plan to follow
yes,
the process.
yeah.
And the sort of receptivity to our product and the way that we funded and share of success, how have you found that's been received? Yeah,
very well, very well. People like the idea of shared risk. They like the fact that we're not consultants in the traditional sense where, you know, we're going in and it's the billable hour and the traditional ways that consultants operate. It's sleeves rolled up, it's getting involved with the business, it's becoming an extension of the client's operation, and they feel your passion and enthusiasm for their business, and I think from that you become very much a part of their team, and the fact that there's a shared risk through the success fee I think is a very positive one. That's the thing that speaks volumes to them.
And how do you feel when you're with those clients? Excited or apprehensive, or what's your state of mind as you go into these clients?
I think generally excited. I enjoy that process of going in and meeting the business owner, the managing director, whatever their position is, and finding out about their business. As I've said, most people love talking about their business. You only really need to lead in with a few open questions and suddenly they're spilling the beans and telling you everything about their business. So I think it's about engendering trust as well, and obviously if you can do that with your clients, then they will trust you and they will divulge information to you and give you a real insight into the issues that they're faced with.
And have you felt there's any buyer's remorse, or have you been able to make a difference quickly yet, or are you not at that stage?
I'm probably not quite at that stage, but so far not detected any remorse. So hopefully I'm not going to give calls for any remorse. You know, I think it's about adding value, and I think one of the principles I always state at the beginning of the relationship is that, you know, my personal philosophy is to over-deliver and to seek to, you know, add more value than they might think they're going to get. And I think, you know, without obviously wanting to over-promise and not them being able to fulfill that, but them to feel that you're going to be very much looking to add value into their business in a meaningful way, and I just try and get that through.
Okay, would you have any objection for this interview going up on YouTube?
No, that's fine, David.
And so if we put it up there, if anybody was looking at the Alchemy Network from thinking about it, think they've got the skills but not sure or not quite sure what we do, what would you say to them at this stage from your perspective 2 months on?
Oh, I would say talk to somebody at Alchemy, such as yourself or David Abingdon or one of the other consultants, but just talk to somebody, and I think be assured that there's a real good structure within Alchemy itself that helps you as an individual consultant, that makes a huge difference. You feel as if you belong to an organisation and structure that has some substance and some resource to it, and from the point of view of giving you confidence in what you do, that helps enormously.
Mike, thank you very much and good luck.
Thanks, David.